What's up everyone, Wizard Ken here, and today we're going to be doing our subscriber party and how you guys can join me on September 28th. That's right, if you guys didn't watch the video from yesterday or the day before, I am doing a subscriber party on September 28th. That is a Sunday, and I'm going to go over all the things you need to know about this subscriber party. I'm trying to make it as user-friendly as possible. I'll have all the layout stuff inside the description of this video, so if you don't get to really read it very well with whatever device you're watching or something like that, it doesn't come out great on the screen, don't worry, I'll have all the information at the bottom. All you need to do is just listen to what I'm saying and try to follow along a little bit. So like I said, it's going to be Sunday, September 28th. We're going to start at 11 a.m. and we're going to end at 8 p.m. Now I'm going to give you examples of how we do this. Since we are only doing the three-man team this time, the three-man platoon, only 2 people can play with me at any given hour. So we're going to have, you know, 2 people at 11 o'clock, 2 people at 12, and so on and so on, all the way down to 8 p.m. The thing that sucks about that is because we are doing it this way, less people get to play. So it's going to be first come, first serve, guys. You got to jump straight on this because it does fill up very fast. So let's just talk about real quick the rules and stuff like that and how we go about doing this, or how you guys, you know, send me all the information. Basically, if you look on the right hand side, you can see there's like a little box outlined. It's going to say name, Wizard Ken, times, and then gamer tag. That's an example of how I want you to send me your information. Now what we usually do is we say, I need your regular name, which is Ken. I put Wizard Ken there, but I don't care what you give me as your first name. You can use your gamer tag, that's fine, as long as I have a name there associated with that time and stuff like that. Anyways, the next thing I need you to do is, you can see that I put 3 time slots in there. I give you guys the opportunity to put 3 time slots that you could play at. And you're not going to play all 3 time slots. No, this is just in case, like I have down there, 1 p.m. As my first time slot. If somebody's already in that slot, then I'll go to your next time frame that you want, like 2 p.m. as I have there. If that's filled up, then I'll go to your third one. If that's filled up also, I'll send you an email letting you know all 3 of your time slots that you picked to play with me are filled. All these are just, you know, just in case the 1 p.m. is filled up, you'll go to 2 p.m. and I'll say, hey, you know what, the 2 p.m. slot's open, that's the time you play for me. And we play for a full hour. We don't play for 30 minutes or 1 battle or 2 battle. No, we play for a full hour. You know, if you know, we get 15 or 20 battles in there, that's awesome. If we don't, that's, I mean, it sucks. I can't change anything. You know, in that sense, I have to keep everything in order so everybody gets a fair amount of time to play and stuff like that. So that's the example. I want you to send me in this first part an email. Okay, I need all the information sent to me in the email. Why? Because as you can see, I've got outlined stuff on here. I'm going to show you right now on the notepad. This is what I do. I put down your guys' time, I put down your name, and then I put your gamer tag right here, okay? And that's how I organize all this, because this gets to set up on my other screen when we're playing on that day, and I get to make sure that everybody's here. I get to make sure that I have everybody in the right times and stuff like that. So that's how it's set up. So that's why I need it in this format, so I can copy and paste and keep everything neat and organized. So anyways, that's why I say I need it in an email. I will not accept anything from Xbox Live, so, or in the video comments. I can't do that. Now, I have had people in the past said, you know, they can't do email addresses, which, like, they can't send stuff out, which is kind of weird, because on YouTube, if you have an, you know, to be able to comment and stuff like that, you have to have an account, which usually requires you to have a Gmail account, unless that's changed. But anyways, if that, for some odd reason that occurs, then leave me a comment or send me a message on Xbox, and me and you can talk that way and figure something out. I am very easygoing on this, on how to figure this stuff out, but I try to stick with a setup that is easy for me, because that whole day, you guys only have to deal with an hour. I have to deal with all the hours playing, and I have to be quick and I have to be fast. I usually only have maybe 5 to 7 minutes between each party to set up for the next people. So I need to be able to do this as quickly as possible. As you see on this part 2, it says in the email, include your gamer tag, your first name, or made up name, like I said, and pick 3 time slots. Also, like I said, make sure you put your gamer tag in there because I need to know who I'm going to be inviting. Another point that I didn't put in this, but I should, and this is a problem I had last time, is make sure you spell your gamer tag exactly how it is on the Xbox Live. I mean, I need to make sure that it's certain letters are capitalized, they need to be capitalized. If there's a 0 there, you know, you could put an extra message at the bottom. Hey, on, you know, world, we'll just say World Ken is my name. The O in world is really a 0 because somebody else had that name. You know, let me know specifics on that stuff so I don't mess it up, because I've had people, I've had to rearrange some people so that they can come in because their name was spelled wrong. They accidentally put a, you know, capital instead of a smaller case or a lowercase. So make sure all that is correct. Anyways, if you're late for your time, I mean, if you only have, that's basically rule number 3, if you're late for your time and there's only 15 minutes left, maybe there's a connection problem or anything like that, I'll listen to what you're saying to me and I'll try to fit you in somewhere else. Like if there's a slot open, I'll try to do that. It's like, I know the internet, you know, goes down a lot. A lot of people have problems with their internets. I know Roy's been having a problem with his internet, you know, crazy Roy. But you know, stuff like that happens, family emergencies. One time one kid was sick and I've been trying to catch up with him to play. We just never had a chance to really play. But anyway, stuff like that happens and I'll try to fit you into another slot, but I'm not going to put you into the next game or the next time one unless there's a free spot. I have to keep going. So if all the time slots are filled up, I'm sorry. That's it. I mean, that last 15 minutes is all you get because I can't push anybody else's stuff away just because you're having problems with stuff. I mean, shit happens. I'm sorry, but all these other people are waiting to play too. So if there is a free opening, I'll let you know about it and say, hey, I can fit you on this time, but try to be on time. I would say usually be online at least 5 to 10 minutes early. Sometimes I do wrap up these sessions at least 7 minutes, 5 minutes early, and I'd like to get people set up onto the next thing because I got to get my recording stuff set up for the next group. So I do cut our time a little bit short, usually 5 minutes early, 7 minutes early, but that's it. Anyways, I usually add everybody on that day or the day before, but since this number 4 doesn't really apply anymore because my friends list is completely full, so I'll just add you probably either before your session or that day, like early in the morning when I get home. So don't worry about contacting me about, hey, I'm not on your friends list yet, you know, how are we gonna play on the 28th? Don't worry, I take care of all that. You guys don't worry about anything except being online and making sure that you're checking your messages and stuff like that. So let's see, oh yeah, number 5. So you'll be platooned with me and another player. So basically how this works is if you do not have the same tier tank as that player and are not able to buy a tank of that tier, then you will have to sit out. So basically what this means is I take turns on who gets to pick a tank. So the first person goes up, he wants to play with his tier 7. Well, you only have tier 9s and 10s. So what I do is I sit there and I ask the other person if you mind letting, you know, the other person come in with a tier 9, you know, or a tier 10, which we can't do anymore, but if you can come in with a tier 9, and basically it's up to them whether, yeah, I don't mind him coming in with a tier 9, or for that person to say, no, I don't want that, because we don't want people to outmatch each other kind of thing. That's why that was nice about the platoon wars, where I set up only tier 6 and 7s during these hours and then 8, 9s and 10s on these hours, because then we didn't have to worry about that. But now we have to go back to that system. So if that person says no, they don't want you to play, you're just gonna have to sit out of the game unless you could buy a tank that's a tier 7. or tier 8, then I usually allow one step above, but that's about it. I don't let anything else, because we don't want that person to not have any fun. This is, you know, to have fun. So, but now if someone has a tier 10 and the other person has a tier 8, we're gonna let them come in, because it doesn't matter. It's up to them whether they want to play in a higher tier or not. But anyways, that's how that kind of goes in that sense. So it explains a little bit more in this thing, but that's, you know, how it plays out. Anyways, the other thing is, I don't care if you guys cuss, I don't care what you guys do, to an extent. One, I don't want you guys talking bad to each other, unless you guys are joking around and stuff like that. But if it gets out of hand, I will kick you and stuff like that. I'll give you warnings, but I will kick you. The next thing is no racial stuff, guys. No anything like that. You know, we are recording this stuff, so it has to abide by certain standards and stuff, and I'm not gonna have that kind of stuff on there. Like I said, I don't care if you cuss, I don't care if you call people piece of shits and dickwads, and I don't give a fuck about, you know, this person, motherfucker Artie. I don't care what you guys say. That's between you and your parents or whatever. But anything else, do not bring it up. I will warn you, and then you will be kicked, and that'll be it. So, and then the next time, if you come into another subscriber party and you do the same thing, you'll be banned for life on it. I'm not gonna have that stuff. So, because it is my, you know, my hobby, and my whole thing is recording and doing YouTubing. And if I get kicked out because somebody says something, I'm gonna be pissed, because I've worked really hard for this. Anyways, and then I'll update you. You know, I'll probably put one more video out there letting you guys know exactly, you know, what the status is, if there's any more slots left open and stuff like that. I might even just do like a tag of, like, you know, how many slots are left. Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, but that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this was very informative. It was, I mean, I've never done it like in this style, but I thought it would be a lot more helpful. So at least then you guys can read the stuff and this and that. Like I said, I'll have all the information in the description. It'll also have my email address. Just that same description right there of all the rules and stuff, that will be all copied and pasted straight into the description. So none of that's really changing. So just remember, guys, make sure you put in there your proper gamer tag and not something else. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for all of your guys' pictures. I will be adding them up on a different video. I'm actually fighting a copyright on my last T71 video. Yay, YouTube! On a song that I actually do have the permission and license for. I love it. It's always like the same group of musicians that I love their music, but it's I'm always getting the license crap, and I'm like, I've got all the permission stuff here. The thing that sucks is, like, I do have a, you know, my partnership that helps me out a lot. They do great, but sometimes they can't do but so much. It all depends on YouTube, and then YouTube sits there, and it seems like they wait for a response from the other company that did the third-party crap, but the third-party crap usually doesn't respond very quickly, and it's not even the same third party that I got the, you know, the music from. Like, they don't even own the license that I can see. So it's kind of sucky when these musicians go to all these other people and they put all their music out there, and so everybody thinks they own that person's music, and so you get a lot of this crap of copyright bullshit. But don't worry, every single one of them I've gotten, I've always fought and I've always won. So anyways, guys, I'm Wizard Ken. Until next time, see ya.